So why the Thinking into Results coaching program? For years after I'd lost everything my wife and I had in a failed business in Sydney, Australia in 2005, I set a goal of learning everything I could about the subject of success. I had been introduced to Bob Proctor and his work in the field of human potential. And I read his books, I consumed all his written material and his video material, and that's freely available even now. But what I came to realize is that I needed a system, a community of like-minded people and a coach to help me move from my thinking that had delivered such a dismal result in Sydney to a mindset conducive to growth and goal achievement. I had a big goal. Now, I was way down the track of getting our life back in order through hard work and through and applying what Bob Proctor's material taught. And we bought a small business. My wife and I were doing okay. The business was growing, and we'd put our daughters through school. We paying our mortgage, and we even bought an investment property. And on the surface, everything looked good. However, my wife and I were exhausted. Hard work. We were not enjoying our life. It was only when a friend who was fed up with me complaining about my lot in life, he suggested that I should reskill, and he was right. So I got to work. I invested money I didn't have in my first Bob Proctor 12-month coaching program. Changed my life. For the first time, I started to see our business from a fresh perspective. I could start to see opportunities I couldn't see before. Suddenly, my life seemed to be full of possibility. At the end of that 12 months, our business was doing better than it had ever done. I felt compelled to sign up for the 6-month Thinking into Results coaching series. I couldn't get enough. The program really opened my mind. This program did. The financial goals my wife and I had set for our business were one by one becoming a reality. For example, for years, we'd used a credit card as our overdraft, and it was paid off every month, but my wife never felt comfortable using it. The trouble was the credit card was maxed every month. So to get off using the credit card, she needed double the credit card limit in cash. This was a sizable chunk of money for our business. As I started to apply what I was studying in the Thinking into Results program, like magic, we got a financial windfall, and call it a coincidence, that was exactly the amount required to clear that credit card and fund our business with cash. This was just one example. There's many. So let me take you through an overview of the Thinking into Results coaching series, Transform My Life. There's a golden thread that weaves the program together. And you're studying the most important subject there is, and that's the study of you. The more you understand who you are, the better you can understand others, the better you can get more out of life. We teach people how human beings think, act, and get results. It's a lifestyle adjustment system. If you want to change on a permanent basis, then you need a system. It means going from how you get your results now to deliberately creating results and outcomes that you decide on. Why not lead in your field? Why not live your life to its full potential? This is what most people experience when they step out to create something they've never experienced before. They start by setting a goal. Great. In order to change anything, you have to have a goal. You have to have somewhere to aim for. A reason big enough to move you to do what it takes. Something more compelling than your current circumstances. So, you've built a clear vision of where you're going and you start moving today. This is your C-type goal, and it's huge. It's inspiring. As you set the goal, now a few things start to pop up. Your current thinking, limiting beliefs, your paradigm want to shut you down. You've got to understand how we're all conditioned to think. And as you get older, you know that there's a gap between what you know and what you do. And once you learn how you're conditioned, you learn how to change it permanently. This is in lesson 3. Now you've learned how to change your conditioned thought, you move into lesson 4, and this lesson gives you a structure to bring order to your mind. And this is when you probably come to the same realization I did. I've got to understand how my mind works. Our thoughts flow into our feelings, and our emotions influence how we behave, and how we act delivers our results, and over and over and over. And once you realize this, how your mind works, you probably conclude, as I did, my thinking was out of control. This is why I was failing really to get anywhere. This is when you have to understand how to take control of your thinking. And as you go through lesson 5, you become aware of how to use your 6 mental faculties. You use them to create a new self-image, the identity of the person you want to become. Your self-image is everything, but you can't just jump into self-image. So let's recap. You have a purpose, you understand how you're conditioned to think, you now understand how your mind works, and how to use your creative mental faculties to create a new self-image, a new identity, and one that was better than you were yesterday. Now you're creating a new story of how you see yourself in the world. This is new territory. It's a new experience. And so naturally, most people get scared. And now we have to change who we are. And we're not used to changing who we are. So we have to learn how to systematically overcome roadblocks. We have to understand how fear works. Changing our belief system is changing our comfort zone. It's mixed up with our paradigm, all programmed into our subconscious mind. Now, you have to put your new formed beliefs into action. This is the power of Praxis, lesson 8. And you've got to take action. Remember, it's never a straight line from where you are to where you want to be. It never has been, never will be. So you have to be able to manage your attitude to do that, to stay on track, to stay focused on your goal. The only way you're going to get results that don't meet your expectations is you've got to figure out how to manage your attitude toward yourself, your performance, and others. Most importantly, you need to learn to be a leader in your own life. You need to learn how to lead yourself so you can lead others. The question is, how do you do that? Well, helping others is by serving, by following the greatest of the laws, the law of cause and effect, by giving more of yourself than you receive. And in the end, you're not meant to be doing this on your own. Help from your manager or director or a mentor is great. What you need is a community of like-minded people, people who are in harmony with how you now think, people who will hold you accountable and encourage you to follow through with what you say you're going to do, with your purpose and with your plan. You've got to form a mastermind. The Thinking into Results coaching program is perfect. It all clicks together. I continue to use the coaching program every day to build my business. It's a system of continual small improvements. Compounded, it allows anyone to get more out of their life. Without a system, then you'll continually fall back on old habits and thought patterns that will continue to give more of the same old results. If you want to change, you need a system, and you need people to help you implement that system systematically into your life.